Morning everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto. I don't know if we're on just now because it looks as if there's something wrong in the background. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay just now. Just put in the comments at the moment because it's saying I'm not live. 1 wee second. Just going to check that everything's up and running okay. Just now, just put in the comments. I can hear the voice. Yeah, we'll just carry on just now. Hopefully it stays up for today. Never really had a problem in the morning with YouTube, but we'll just see who's in the house just now. 1 wee second. Okay, we have Dominic's in the house. Welcome to you, Dominic. Mark Innes. Deb is in the house. I sent a message to you. I don't know if you've seen it, Deb, but I'll wait until I get your reply back before I say anything. Rob UK, one of our brilliant admins over in the CYT-Crypto group. Matthew Parks is in. Good morning. Not caught the start of a stream for in a while. Excellent. Kyle Allen is in. Welcome to you. Everyone crush those likes. Yes, crush those likes, everybody. If you like these videos, crush the likes and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hit the notification bell as well. Relts is in this morning as well. Kyle Allen, another windy day here in Scotland. It was a nightmare yesterday. Really windy yesterday. Adeb crushed it. Excellent. Errol Suleiman is in. Good morning to you. Good to see you back. DGSI, good to see you back as well. Thanks, Stephen, for the good job you're doing always for the community. Hoping for a better weekend. Yes, hopefully it's going to be a good weekend. And we're going to be going over that. We'll look at the market kind of updates and why I think Bitcoin might be recovering, but we just don't know. Yet the weekend's usually a downturn in the kind of markets overall, but we'll see. We'll have a look at the charts. Ad Verhagen is in, or Verhagen. JC Stander, good morning from Cape Town, South Africa. Mark Innes likes crushed, excellent. Scott Gregory, I'll read everyone. Are you a Geordie? YI man. Marcus Jafari is in. George Charles is back with us. Good to see you here, George. Mark Pollen, Mervyn Skidmore, Declan King is back. Bruce Rutling. Who else is in? Curly Crypto, Richard Cooper, Dean, Eddie Holland, James Langland, Stephen King is with us. Welcome, Stephen. Samuel Ruffy, Peter Harding, T-Lock Eyes for You. Never heard of you before. You're a new person here. Good to have you here. Les is in the house. Cole Phillips is back with us. Crypto Dread. Yo-Yo Florida up in here. Reginald Bower is in from New England as well. So welcome everybody. A lot of people from all over the world. Marty and Sonia just joined us as well. Okay, so today we're just going to look at the market updates. We'll look at a few coins as well that are kind of on the bounce. We'll look at Bitcoin, Litecoin and Neo. They seem to be turning around, but we don't quite know. So we're going to have a look at the charts for them. First of all, we'll look at the overall kind of market and see who's up, who's down, who's kind of in and around. Okay, market capitalization $285 billion at the moment. Bitcoin dominance is down slightly to 39.7%, which is good for the alts. And we'll just see where Bitcoin is just now, 6617 at the moment. Ethereum's gone up 4% as well to 508. It was up at 520. Ripple is down slightly. Bitcoin Cash is up. EOS Litecoin is up 2% as well. Had been over $100. Took a small position out in a spread bet on Litecoin yesterday, the day before. Yesterday got stopped out the day before, but I looked at the conditions again and it looked as if it was doing good. I'll show you how I got into kind of Litecoin and why I kind of topped up on it as well. So that is the overall market cap. Who is the winners? Bitcoin Private is up to $15.84. I think Bitcoin Private is the one that John McAfee said was going to go up to $200. Basic Attention Token, KuCoin shares, another one of the exchange shares that are tokens that are doing well. And I think the exchange tokens could do really well this year. Binance obviously leading the way at the moment. Ethos is up as well. Who are the losers? So we've got Wakey Chain. Is down 16.6%. All Sports is down. CYT-Coin made his position on Binance yesterday as well, 1.3 cents. Skycoin. So there's a few coins down over the last 24 hours, but about 6 hours ago, most of the coins were up again. Okay, so we'll just look on Coinigy. and look at the main players in the market. We'll see why Bitcoin might be recovering. We'll just see where it's at just now. It started a kind of possible recovery yesterday, and it really started with the SEC announcement that Ethereum was not a security, or somebody from the SEC was saying Ethereum is not a security. Okay, so we'll just look at the MACD all charts. So this has got the Bollinger Bands, it's got the moving averages, 7, 25 and 100 positions averages. So Bitcoin is up at 6573 at the moment. Now the way I kind of look at this, I look at the 1 day chart just to see where it is overall. And on the 1 day chart, Bitcoin doesn't look too healthy, to be honest, but we have to kind of go dig into the 6 hour, 4 hour, 3 to 1 hour. So I looked at the 1 hour yesterday, and it crossed over, the 7 MA had crossed over the 25 MA at 6390. So I thought, okay, that is looking good, but we'll have to get confirmation of that. So to get confirmation, we'll look at the 2 hours, and it's looking good on the 2 hour chart. Then we just go up and look at the 3 hours. It's just crossed over on the 3 hour chart. So it's looking more healthy, shall we say. It's not looking brilliant, but it's looking more healthy. We can't say this is a bullish turnaround, but it's looking more healthy. The 4 hour chart, the 7 MA is just about to cross the 25 MA. Give another 20 minutes and we'll see where that is. It looks as if it's going to cross over, although there's a couple of red candles there. 6 hour, it's not crossed over yet. So we'll be looking for the 7 MA to cross the 25 MA on the 6 hour and the daily before we say, okay, we're in bullish territory here. And the RSI on the 6 hour is sitting at 38. Where is it sitting on the daily chart? The RSI is sitting at 59. It's not sitting at 59, it's sitting at 34 at the moment on the daily chart. So as I said, it doesn't look good in the daily. That's a macro kind of overview of it, but it's looking like there's signs of recovery there. So we'll just go to Litecoin. I'll show you why I got into a position on Litecoin. So on the daily chart, it doesn't look good on Litecoin, but we can see a couple of green candles there from yesterday. We've seen a green candle there from yesterday. There's a red candle today at the moment, but we've seen a green candle yesterday, and it was quite, it wasn't significant, but it was a spike up from 92 to about $101. So it's about $8 it went up. So then we go down to the 6 hour, and we can say it's still not looking good on the 6 hourly chart. So we go down to the 4 hours, and we can see some signs of recovery on the 4 hour. It looks as if it's going to cross over, although there's a couple of red candles there. On the 3 hour, that's when I kind of looked at that. So I really looked at it on the 1 hour chart, and when I seen the 1 hour chart crossing over, that's when I took a position out at $94. I took a position out on Litecoin and a spread bet, and I done £40 per point on a spread bet with a very tight stop loss, because on the hourly chart you don't want to trade just on the hourly chart if you're trading on that. So you look for confirmation. So I waited for confirmation on the 2 hour chart, and it crossed over at 96. So I added another position when at the 2 hour chart, when it crossed over on the 2 hour, and then on the 3 hour chart it kind of just crossed over, but it's coming back down again slightly for Litecoin. So I didn't add a position, although if it was stronger and there was a couple of more green candles on the 3 hour chart, I would have added another position, say £10 a point, another position, and just keep on adding as I see it going up and up. But we're still not sure here. This is just signs of recovery. It doesn't mean to say it's turning bullish in any way. So on the 3 hour chart, 43 RSI as well, and the Bollinger Bands, it's coming down slightly to now $97. So I took a position out in Litecoin, very tight stop loss. So the possible upside is good, but the risk, I'm just going to lose maybe a couple of £100 on that if it does take a dip again. Okay, Neo, more or less the same thing. With Neo, could have gone to Neo as well. They just don't do it on spread betting, or I would have taken a position out on Neo. So on the 1 hourly chart, it's starting to come back down again. for NEO. So we'll look at some of the other ones. Bitcoin Cash starting to come down again. BNB, that's looking good on the 1 hourly chart at $14.91. Bitcoin, as we said, coming down slightly, 6569. EOS at $11.04, that's gone up slightly as well. Ethereum Classic, I think Ethereum Classic could be a good one for the long term at $13.92. Ethereum was looking good yesterday as well, but it's now coming down to $504. What other ones? We'll look at ONT. ONT is $6.12. That could be a really good for the long-term future as well. QTIM still sitting around at $10.73. Tron has kind of gone up slightly. It's 4.4 cents at the moment, but you can see there's a couple of red candles just coming in play just now. And XRP, 54 cents. XLM for Stellar Lumens at 23 cents as well. We'll just look on the daily for Stellar Lumens, see how that looks, because long term I think that could be a good one. The dailies, because it's USDT, just look on the 2 hourly one. 31 cents. So it could be good for a short term and a long term play for that one as well. We're just going to look at some news after. We'll just check some more comments. Can see and hear you all good. Excellent. Can see and hear you. I know there's a bit of kind of delay when I'm on. I don't know how many minutes of a delay there is, but there is a delay. Matt Pawn, hi Steve, nice to see you again. Excellent. Oh, apologies for yesterday. I had to kind of rush off. My son had kind of blown out two of his front tyres yesterday on the motorway, and he was kind of stuck on the side of the motorway, so I had to go. That's what the phone call was for yesterday. I thought it was something else, but it wasn't, but it was just as important. Sounds good, Bruce Rutline. Can see and hear you. Good. Morning from Wigan, Stephen King. Sammy Ruffy, how you doing, bro? I'm doing brilliant. Well as can be expected, but I'm doing good. George Shallows and girlfriend Jess, who's got some Babb. Excellent. Justin Churchill is in. Good morning to you. Big boy, get a pants on. Les. I think the comments are kind of mixed up as well. Christopher, hello Stephen, good to see you again. Christopher A. Macpon, did you look at how much it costs to mine BTC around the world? Venezuela 500 USD, South Korea 25,000. So the price BTC around the world 8,000 USD if you mine it. So right now under that price. Yeah, so it looks there's kind of stories coming out if you're kind of mining Bitcoin, especially in China. China is the biggest place to or the biggest country in the world that mines Bitcoin. And if the price of Bitcoin went to about $5,000, I believe in China, that's about the kind of cut-off price for it being profitable. So if it goes under that, then a lot of the kind of miners in China will stop mining Bitcoin. So that would really be so good as well. Crunks, morning brother. Get in on Petrova, all that FUD tanked to price, goodbye. Yeah, Petrova, I've seen an interview with Petrova. Somebody kind of posted in a Telegram group, and I've seen an interview with the CEO, and I'm not too sure. Not too sure, to be honest, about Petrova. It might be a good trading coin, but I don't know about... I just don't know, Crunks, if I'm being really honest. I didn't take a position out when it first came on to Bancor. I didn't see the point in being on kind of blockchain, so I didn't take a position out. And then when I seen a video the other day of the CEO, somebody posted in the Telegram group, it just I still got that feeling that it's just not the right time to get in, or a good one to get in on. That's just my thoughts, though. Just my thoughts. So obviously do your own research, but for a trading coin, because it has been so low and it's had all the FUD as well, it might be good to get into Petrova just now. Tom Barry, morning all. Volume is weak though. Markets need more fuel. They definitely do. Definitely need more fuel. Sure, EasyCoin price end of the year and Babb. EasyCoin, I've kind of put my predictions on EasyCoin for the end of the year. I think it's going to be really good for the end of the year. If you just bear with me a wee second, I'll just see. Well, I can't show you that just now. 1 wee second. I'm just going to get this up just now, because I've just made another call to the premium group for a Binance coin. So I can't show you this document. I just want to 1 second. We've got it up here. I'm just going to try and get this just now, just to show you the kind of... In fact, I won't show you, I'll just kind of let you know. I've got this on. Yeah, so I can't show you that just now because I've just made the call to the premium group. So what did I have for... I called that a while ago for Invacho. We've had already, we've looked at that. Bliss Predict, still think we're long on Bliss Predict just now. Ether Sports, the prediction for that had was $5 for the end of 2018. $5 for the end of 2018. If they say, if they do what they say they're going to do, I think it could be really good. And for Babb, I've not got that in the kind of calls on the sheet on the calls. So $5 for Ether Sports. For Babb, realistically, I think we're looking at 2 cents for the end of the year. I think that could be a really good call at 2 cents. I'm still really bullish on Babb. I think they're going to get the banking licenses very soon, or one of them. I think they'll go for Bahrain banking license. So let's look at Babb just now, just while we're on kind of these coins just now. Look at Babb. The price has gone up. It was down at 1.2 tenths of a cent, but it's gone back up again. Yeah, it's 1.4 tenths of a cent just now, so it has gone up. It was at 1.5 tenths of a cent. So really, I'm saying it's going to 10x from here at least for the end of the year. Once they get that banking license, once they get on more exchanges, and once they release their app, once they get the crowdfunding, hopefully that's going to bring in some money. I think there'll be private investors, bigger private investors, not just the likes of me and you. They're going to put in maybe £1,000 or something. I'm not going to put in anything for the private kind of sale of that. I've just not got the cash, if I'm being really honest. So yeah, I can see it being up at 2 cents for the end of the year for Babb. Still really bullish on it, still really bullish on the team, especially the team that they've added to look at the banking licenses as well. So I think Babb are going to do really well. Still a big ambassador for Babb as well. Really like them. And good updates recently as well. What other ones? XBP up at 5 tenths of a cent. I still think that's going to do well for the long term as well for the end of the year. Still bullish on Deuterius Credit as well, 7 tenths of a cent. That kind of goes up and down in cycles, and it's on a down cycle just now. First called that about 3.6 tenths of a cent, so it's went up 100% from where I originally bought it, and I've been trading in and out of it as well. So who's the kind of top movers on Bancor? Repux is on at 1 cent. One Dex up 18% to 1.1 cents. And you'll notice on Bancor, I don't know if you've noticed this, but a lot of the coins go in cycles. So they go up maybe 100%, then they come back down. They don't come down back down 100%, but they come down 50%, go up again, then they come down. So there's a lot of cyclical stuff going on in the Bancor coins as well. But you have to be careful of the liquidity depth. Always look at the liquidity depth when you're trading on Bancor as well. And you can definitely trade. As I said, I took a portfolio when the market kind of went down from 7,000 odds to about 6,000 over the last few days. I started the portfolio, me and a couple of other people started one. We took about $1,100 and said, okay, what can we do in this market just using Bancor coins? So I got in at Pundy X just before it kind of was taken off, $1,184. Then I traded it for BAX. So the portfolio just now is worth about $1,132. So in this down market, it's only down about $50, which is not that bad at all in a down market like this. So once the market picks back up again, I expect we'll see good returns on our kind of portfolios, me and some of the other people that are doing it. But it's just as an experiment, just to see how well we can do, because I was talking about how I traded $500. I started with $500, traded it up to about 7,000. It's now overall down to about 5,500 because of the downturn, but still a 10x over, I think it's 6 weeks or something. But I wanted to show people how to do it. So I've been recording my trades because I didn't record them before. I was recording my trades on Bancor, because with Bancor you can't get it doesn't tell you the price you bought in at. With other exchanges it does. It tells you what price you bought it at, how many you bought and stuff. But on Bancor it just tells you how many you bought, because essentially it's not an exchange as in the true sense of the word exchange, but it doesn't tell you, it doesn't record it how much you actually bought it for. So I've been recording those for the last 4 or 5 days, as have a couple of other people. So yeah, that was the price of kind of Babb and Easycoin. Expose the truth. Good morning from all from sunny Edinburgh. Excellent. We've got somebody else from Scotland as well. Crunks, Brian the CEO did an AMA and new exchanges are coming within 10 days. Was it Brian Sealer? What was his name? I can't remember. Brian Sealer? I can't remember the second name, but I've seen part of the AMA, and I don't know, you kind of go on vibes by people when they're doing kind of AMAs. You go on vibes by people, and I just wasn't sure, if I'm being really honest. Mark Pollen, soon summertime, holidays, no market in the next 2 months, so time to buy for the next 4 months. Could be Alex Jug. Good morning to you. Good to have you back, mate. Gavin Mearns, morning from Hull. Off to do some tattooing shortly. We'll have you on my Bluetooth speaker when biking down. Excellent. I bought more ETN, BAX, IOST and TKY this morning. Good. Excellent. Not too sure about ETN, but that's just my biased kind of opinion on ETN. It's purely because of Michael Stillaire. He was kind of bigging that up a few months ago, and just his involvement with ETN I didn't like. So that's why I'm not so keen on ETN. If I've got, how are ETN doing just now? 1.4 tenths of a cent. Sorry, 1.4 cents. Just now it has been as high as 19 cents. So big time down on that. I'm not keen on it, but it's purely because I'm tainting kind of everybody he's involved with the same brush, but I shouldn't be. I'm tarring everybody with the same brush, but I shouldn't do that. And that's Electronium, and Michael Stillaire was involved with the Electronium as well, so that's why I just kind of wasn't in on it. But that's the only reason, and I shouldn't be tarring the projects with the kind of same brush as Michael Stillaire. Just a week, what have I missed? Honest Crypto Journey, nothing much. We've just been going over the markets. Honest Crypto Journey, so you've not missed much. Stu Johnson, Tron, come on, get moving. Okay, so we'll have a wee look at Tron as well. So who are the big kind of movers in Binance just now? Who are the losers? CYT-Coin down 9.13%. Last price is 209 Satoshi. Just now QKC as we expected, because that took a big dive up and then it's coming back down. Sky is down. SNT, Status Network, is down. Who's the big movers? Zencash. Raiden Network, Ripple Credit Network, that was one of the big movers yesterday as well. Basic Attention Token, ZRX is 14,350. I kind of called that a couple of weeks ago. I think it was about 15,600 or something. So it's down slightly from there, and that's going to do well in the future, I've no doubt about that. OST, I did have them, but I got out of them. Same with Ethos as well. Syndicator, still holds Syndicator. Still losing on Syndicator. EOS is up as well. So we'll just look at Tron just now, see what Tron are doing. One of the favourites, TRX 680. So I'll have a look on the kind of 1 hour chart if it comes up. What's going on? It's not shown. No. I'll take a wee look here on Coinigy, TRX BTC. Yeah, it's looking good again. So it was down as low as 619 or 618. So if you got on at 618, it might have been a good time to buy in, but you'd have been guessing, obviously, not just going by the charts. If we look at the 1 hour, a good time to have bought in would have been 644. Then a confirmation on the 2 hour at 654 was the 3 hour looking at. Confirmation at 668. 4 hourly chart. It's just crossing over just now. So another confirmation is 671. 6 hourly chart is coming up. The 7 MA is crossing over the 25A, is coming up to meet that. It's not crossed over yet. So hopefully in the next 4 hours it might, or next 8 or 12 hours, the 4 hour chart, the 6 hour chart might look good as well. So we'll see what happens there. But it's looking good for Tron at the moment, or according to the charts. That's looking okay. On the daily chart, it won't be looking good yet, but I suspect that's going to turn around hopefully quite soon, although there's a few red candles there, 2 green candles over the last couple of days. So we'll see what happens there. But obviously what you could do, you could just trade purely on the 1 day chart and just wait on the 1 day, the 7 MA crossing over the 25 MA, and then kind of get in a position there. But I don't usually do that. I usually look for 6 hour, kind of 4 hour, 3 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour, and just use them as confirmations to kind of top up on Tron as well. I'm not in Tron just now. I'm still out of it. I got out of it 843. Was it 843? Yeah, it was 843. I got stopped out at 843 when I thought it was going to double to about 1500, but it just didn't materialise at all. Still think it's going to do brilliant for the future though. Still think Tron is going to do great. And just before we do that, we'll look at a few kind of news. So this is a big news. SEC official pushes back on claims Ether is a security. So this is what kind of drove the markets back up again. So it was sitting at about 6,100, and this kind of news came out and it kind of pushed the prices back up for Bitcoin and the whole market, to be honest. So Ethereum is not a security, at least in the view of US Securities and Exchange Commission Director of Corporate Finance William Hinman. So this was a big thing, and this is what kind of pushed the markets back up, saying that Ethereum is not a security. So speaking at the Yahoo All Market Summit crypto event in San Francisco Thursday, the official told the audience that the agency doesn't see a lot of value in treating Ether today as a security, explaining that the fact there is no central figure or group responsible for Ethereum, and therefore the assets may not represent an investment contract. So this is good news for the market overall. I think this could be good as well. And on top of that, on the back of that, I believe, and did I see this piece of news? Right. So get rid of that. So CBOE says SEC decision clears the way for Ethereum futures. Is that a good thing? I don't know. We've seen what happened with Bitcoin futures, how it affected the market as well. But it does, the CBOE says this clears the way for Ethereum futures contracts coming out soon as well. Well, they don't know, but it just clears the way. So they've not got it just yet, but they do believe it's going to clear the way for Ethereum futures as well. I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but it just means it's been more accepted. Crypto has been more accepted in the kind of financial world outside of crypto. So from that point of view, it's good. So we'll need to wait and see what happens with that as well. Other news. Stellar Coin approved for trading in New York gets a serious price hike. It wasn't really a serious price hike. It was kind of 4 or 5% or something when it was first reported on this. So Stellar Lumens coin approved for trading in New York gets a serious price hike. It wasn't really kind of serious one, but gets the approval of New York financial regulators to be traded in the city. The coin is all set to be listed on ItBit exchange. So on Thursday, New York's Department of Financial Services gave the green signal for cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin and Ethereum to be traded on the ItBit exchange. Previously, the exchange only supported the trade of Bitcoin. Now the NYDFs has also approved the trade of Stellar Lumens on the exchange, which has given the coin a serious hike post the announcement. But it wasn't really a serious hike. So it was trading at 22 cents and then went up to 24 cents, so it wasn't a serious hike, but it was still a good piece of news as well. This was something I found quite interesting on Reddit. So this kind of user has posted a cool use of the blockchain last month which went unnoticed. So this kind of user said he did some digging on Horizon State and came across the neat and simple use of blockchain technology which flew under the radar. And basically what he's saying is blockchain was used for a voting mechanism. So kind of posted links to that article as well. Post it here for you just now. That's a link to that article. And basically it's saying it's using it for voting, using a smart contract in the blockchain as well, which I thought was really interesting, because I believe in the future this is how we're all going to be able to vote as well, using the blockchain as well. And this is just a good use case scenario for the blockchain itself. So it goes on to kind of look at some technical details of it, which is good. But if you read that at your own kind of leisure as well. So I think it's going to be good use case scenario for the future as well. And I think this is what we need to be looking at blockchain for as well. What could be the real uses for this? What could make it really adopted, kind of mainstream as well? And I think voting could be one of those. And kind of voting in big elections eventually kind of coming as well, hopefully. Bittrex have brought a piece of news, next phase for US dollar trading. If you saw a US dollar trading announcement a few weeks ago, you'll know we're using a phased approach for adding markets and customers. This approach is designed to ensure our processes and systems are operating optimally before we open it up to all customers. So this is kind of coming out, the next phase for US dollar trading on Bittrex, which is good. I think this is going to be good for getting more people into cryptocurrencies as well. And the other piece of news, Overstock sees $120,000 per week in cryptocurrency revenue as stock surges 11%. So Jonathan Johnson, a member of the board of directors of Overstock and the $1 billion online retailer based in the US, has stated that cryptocurrency is a much better payment method than credit cards for merchants. Again, this is another good piece of news for cryptocurrency as a whole. And I think this is going to become... Cryptocurrency payments are going to become really standard this time next year, or they're going to start to become standard this time next year, where people are going to start paying in cryptocurrency instead of using credit cards. But we'll have obviously cryptocurrency cards as well, and that's kind of already happening with companies like 10x, etc. So I think that's coming. Again, that's another way for us to kind of get mainstream adoption as well when people start to pay online. So $120,000 a week in cryptocurrency revenue. I think that's brilliant. So that's another good piece of news as well. And I think that's it for the news. So we'll just go back to the comments. Scottish Bull, I know you're big on NEO. Just bought 100 NEO yesterday, couldn't resist it. Those prices, I'm not surprised. I just wish they would do some kind of spread betting on NEO as well. I know some companies do, but the spread is too large for it. I need to go look at BitMEX again and look at that and see what they're kind of doing. David Schwartz, good morning to you. Black Label 46, Black Label's in the house. Ethereum and Bitcoin need from America. SEC think it was not a security. Yes, definitely. Just a trading coin. Krunks creation. Oh, definitely just a trading coin. Haha. Or is that for Fitrova? When do you think PundiX will be relisted? I thought it was kind of going back on IDEX. I don't know if it's back on IDEX just now. PundiX. Where are we? We'll go to NPXS. Is it back on yet? I think it's on, is it? I'm going to see NPXS on the X, see what the markets are and see what the recent kind of volume was. So recently, so it should be up and running just now. When's it on the Bancor network? It's saying recently, but there's $0 there. So on Hotbit, it's up and running again. On IDEX, it's up and running again as well. So when you go to kind of coin market cap and you see it's been updated recently, you'll know that it's trading, but there's $0 in Tidex and Bancor network. So I don't see it on the Bancor network at the moment. But the price has obviously come down It's at 0.7 cents. I expect that to go back up. LA token was the one that pushed it way up, and everybody thought it was kind of mooning, but it wasn't. It was just because it was such low traded volume, and it was the only one that was trading that kind of pushed the price of it up. But that's now stabilized, and we're back. So it should be back up and running just now. It's just not on the Bancor network at the moment. And by the way, your lip sync is out again on the replays. Okay on the live. Black Label, yeah, on the replays it's okay for the first 2 hours that it's on, and then it goes out, the lip sync goes out again, but then the next again day, if you look at the video on the next again day, everything's okay, the lip sync's back in. So it's something to do with YouTube. I've written to them already, but there's nothing I can do on this end. But the lip sync does go back in after a day or two, for whatever reason. I don't know what it is. Cryptodon 1 is in the house. Hey mate, had a death in the family, so I've been gone for a while. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Mate, trying to get back in the swing of things. Hope all is well. What did I miss? And what is First Coin up a lot today? First Coin, don't know. I've heard of First Coin, just don't know what it kind of does. First Coin, FRST, 156%. Wow. What's going on? A Yobit. I don't know why it's up to 156%. Social. Oh, there's no social, no active feeds. So I don't know what's up with First Coin and the charts for it. First Coin has been up at $17.35, but it's now 9 cents. It'll be worth looking into that. First Coin project, I don't know if it's a... Right, so there's some FUD been going around to take it. Why most of what you've been told about First Coin is a lie. The real reason why the coin value plummeted. Your First Coin can get valuable again. Wow. Maybe you know, as a founder and legal owner of First Coin. It's not been due to lack of desire and interest full. Right, that might actually be worth looking at. Obviously there's been a lot of FUD around this, and I'm going to take a look into that deeper as well. This is sometimes good, and you've seen this with kind of Petrova as well. There was a lot of FUD around the coin, so obviously the price tanked. This seems to have happened with First Coin project. We've seen it was up at $17, now down at 9 cents, but it's gone up 156%. So it was probably down about 3 cents before it went up, so it might be worth having a look at this. Again, we'll just have a look. 110 million total supply, circulating supply 31 million. So it might actually be worth having a look at that. I don't know if anybody's into that just now. Worth loading up on ETC before it actually gets listed on Coinbase. I think in general, as Ethereum Classic is a good kind of project. I think you might want to kind of not load up on it, but you might want to kind of accumulate that for the reason because it's a good project, but then also before it gets listed on Coinbase, possibly in July, August time. Matthew Parks, not that it did not spike that much. It didn't spike that much on the news that it was going to get listed on Coinbase. Just missed Crypto Rebel ES will be launching the platform in Q4 with new partnerships in Q3. Once big news starts to hit ES the price may do some pretty crazy stuff short term, which I'm excited about. I think for the long term, I think it's going to do brilliant. Ether Sports, once they kind of announce the partnerships, once they get their platform on board as well, or up and running, I think it could do really well. That's why I've kind of put a price prediction there of about $5, which is 10x from where it is just now, or even more, because it's gone down a bit. So even though the price has gone down from where I first first called it at 39 cents, I think it's going to do really well. Ether Sports. I didn't realise it was such a huge market until I started to do the research. Yes, so we'll see what it's saying at just now. 1.1 million market cap, 22 cents. So it's gone down quite a bit from where I kind of called it at, 39 cents. It has been as high as 57 cents. Probably higher than that. Yeah, about 57 cents as high as that. Volume is obviously really low. So it's still very much under the radar, this project, but I still think it's going to do well. And look at the circulating supply and the total supply. That's another reason I bought into it as well. The circulating supply or total supply of under 7 million, and it's sitting at 22 cents. So this project could spike quite significantly kind of at any time. And because of the low volume, because of circulating supply, the total supply as well, the market cap 1.1 million. And if you look into it further, do your own research first. Put your big girl pants on, big boy pants on. I'm not your dad or anything, just do your own research. This is purely my biased opinion because I bought into it, because I've researched it first, and I think it could possibly explode at any time. So I think this is a good one if you're not in it already. And as I said, I'm invested in it already. Not trading it at the moment, but I'm invested in it at the moment. Kin I still think is good for the long term as well. That's down big time. We kind of called that 161 for Kin, but it's down to about 150, 145 or something. 153 it's gone back up to. And Kin is one of those ones that's cyclical as well. It goes up, then it kind of goes down. It goes up, then it comes down. So hopefully each time it comes back down again, it's going to stabilize at a higher price, a higher lower price. And it'll just keep going up step by step by step. But it's 115 million just now. But I think this could be really good for the future. And it's a possible 10 exit as well, and I do believe that. Tron 2018. I think Tron is going to be a good one. NEO price prediction for the end of 2018. I've always said NEO is going to be $1,000 coin waiting to happen. Although if you look at the prices just now, you'd go, holy shit, it's never $1,000 coin. But I do think it is. I don't know when that's going to be for the end of 2018. I don't know. But I do think it's the $1,000 coin waiting to happen. Still love the team. Still love what they're doing. Still love the platform. Just everything about it. I like what they're doing. Binance opening office in Jersey, will be opening GBP. Trading pairs, yes, Binance are doing brilliant things in the crypto world. I just think they're just an amazing coin, and it's one of those coins. I said yesterday, if I had a gun to my head, I would put kind of everything, all my holdings into Binance. One of the coins I would put everything into. The other one would be Babb. Another one would be NEO as well. But so there's about up to 10 projects. I would, if I had a gun to my head, I could easily say I'll put all my money into that and just leave it. And definitely NEO is one of them as well, and so is Binance Coin as well. So I was going to look at Binance, see what they were doing. BNB. And I'm not invested in Binance just now. I just not got the cash at the moment. 1.6 billion. They're easily going to go up to 10 billion, I think. I know that sounds ridiculous just now, but trust me, by the end of the year, I think they'll be up at 10 billion easily for the market cap. We'll just go to, was I going to show you anything else today? Yeah, we've looked over that, that's fine. So I've got a couple of minutes, so we can just do the interaction. I love the interaction on this live, because we get to talk to everybody and just get to know everybody a wee bit more. Mervyn Skidmore, it's all looking positive. We just need more volume. Yes, we do. Although we're in a classic bull trap territory. That's the thing that I was looking at yesterday. I thought, okay, is this a kind of bull trap? Because we're going up. So that's why I was looking at the 1 hour kind of chart. Then the 2 hour gave us confirmation. 3 hour gives us confirmation as well. 4 hour, not quite there yet. 6 hour, obviously not there. And the daily chart, we're not there. So this could be a bull trap. So we just have to be very careful when we're trading in these kind of times just now. Where are we just now? And we'll just look at Bitcoin. Yeah, 6588. It's still gone up a wee bit. On the daily chart, it's still not looking good, as I said. But if we go to where are we on a 4 hourly chart? Yeah, it's just about to cross over. The 7 MA is just about to cross over the 25 MA. So that would be another indicator. When that crosses over, it's another indicator for me to confirm that we're starting to reverse the trend. But by no means are we going bullish. I'm not saying we're definitely going bullish, but it looks, if we can break 6,600 and can stay above that, then we'll look at the next kind of support level and resistance level. But the resistance level would be about 6,600 just now. So we'll wait and see what happens with that. But if we're purely looking at 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 6 hour, and one daily, then we can see step by step incrementally how it's actually starting to reverse the trend of where it was before. So look in the daily chart and look at some supports. So where are we just now? So resistance kind of would be about 6,600. So if we can break through the 6,600, then we can look to go higher from there. That means the 4-hour chart will be another confirmation that it's turning, or it's reversing. So that'll be the next kind of line, 6,600. And we're kind of close to that already. So we've not finished above that yet on the kind of daily, but we'll see what happens with that. So if we can break that, it's looking good. But the weekend traditionally markets kind of come down a wee bit, but it might be a wee bit different this weekend. So Alex Jug, we also had voting via blockchain in Slovenia, demo voting though. Good, I wonder how that went, Alex. How did it go with the demo voting? Be interesting to see how that kind of went. CryptoDread, Google Sesame Street coding for kids, and look what they got coming down the pipeline. Sesame Street coding for kids, right, I have to do that. Is this setting me up for something? I don't know. Sesame Street coding for kids teams up to teach kids coding and blockchain. Oh wow. The Sesame Street's own venture fund, yes, that's a thing, is planning to invest in Kano, a company that helps kids learn to code and wants to teach them about blockchain technology. Excellent. Excellent. I thought that was a joke you were kind of coming out with there. I thought, oh, I'm going to set up here, but it's not. Kano, which creates build your own computer kits based around the Raspberry Pi mini computer and its own operating system and software, has been backed by Sesame Adventures to help it work on new products, dedicated to helping its users understand the technology they use every day rather than just consuming it, according to reports by CNBC. Puts in the company part of its social minded. Bo was part of 28 million the company raised from interested parties. Doing Kano is not just using WhatsApp or Wikipedia, Minecraft. Excellent, that's brilliant, that's good. I think that's a good thing to do. You're teaching the kids, because the kids are just sponges for learning this kind of stuff. So we're teaching the future of kind of blockchain and where the blockchain is going to go. If we're teaching the kids what blockchain is all about, I think that's brilliant. Thanks for that link. I thought I was going to say it up there, but thanks for that. I really appreciate that, CryptoDread. Hey Marvin, I come from Neil C. NSMCG, North Somerset Crypto Group. Ah, right, okay. We're talking between these there. Cool. Love that. And that's what I love about kind of communities as well. Some people are kind of met up already, I think, and they're starting to form their own communities within their own areas in the CYT-Crypto group as well. If you want to join CYT-Crypto, there's a free group. There's also a kind of paid group if you want, and there's links down below for that as well. I'm thinking about anybody that buys the $37 a month program for the calls. I'm thinking about giving the actual program, the $197 program that teaches you all about cryptos and the kind of swing trading strategy I've got. I'm thinking about giving you that as well. So if you've just bought the $37 per month, I'm looking at just giving you the program as well, because you're investing a lot if you stay in the program for $37 per month. But we're looking at kind of ways to do that. So it's just to let you know that. Honest Crypto Journey, CCN reports that Tim Draper has predicted a 4 trillion market cap by the end of 2022. And 200, yeah, we kind of reported on that yesterday. Honest Crypto Journey, we reported about Tim Draper. That was a piece of the news. They said Bitcoin was going to be $250,000. So there's more and more kind of big predictions coming out like that. Stu Johnson, P-Chain, anyone? Never really looked at P-Chain. Have we got time? Just have a quick look at P-Chain. I had that on my list to watch actually. 10 cents, 2.1 billion total supply. So that would give it kind of a market capitalization just now of about 200 million. Just going by the total supply, obviously I don't know the circulating supply, but just going by the kind of total supply, give a market capitalization of 200 million. I would imagine the circulating supply would be half that, so we can say about 100 million. Social. PI event on Buybox is now concluded, so they had an event on Buybox. Excellent, so they're on Buybox. See what markets are on. Hotbit, Buybox, IDEX, and DDEX. So DDEX doesn't really count, I'm not trading much. And just have a wee quick look. I don't know if anybody's into P-Chain, but we're just having a quick look. The first native multi-chain system that supports EVM in the world, making large-scale blockchain applications possible. Consensus with the hierarchical sharding pipeline. Cool. Smart contracts based on smart data, cross-chain invocation and transactions. Artificial intelligence, notary system, digital asset transaction, full cycle collaboration, game rule setting for the game to avoid chain, trackable social networking, recording all the words that have been said. White paper. Excellent. So it might be worth looking at that as well. What is the team? We just had a look at that. So the main team, I believe, or knowledge graph. It's the CEO, in-memory data management, blockchain storage, Frank Ma. Architecture, right. So it might be worth looking at that as well. Fund. I'm just going to start that for interesting coins to watch. I'll put that on my interesting coins list. Thanks very much for that. Look at that. I think somebody else mentioned P-Chain as well the other day, Stu. And what do you think about the idea of using Binance Coin as a store of value instead of BTC? I really respect what Binance are doing as well, and I really respect what Binance do differently. Reginald, is their honesty. You'll see when, I don't know if you remember, kind of Binance went down a couple of times and everybody thought it was hacked, but it wasn't hacked. When it went down, it was just the honesty and the speed of which they kind of got recovered, or they recovered the kind of platform. And when CZ was coming out on Twitter as well, and just kind of updating everybody, I just respect their honesty. They've just got a really good feel about the team as well, especially CZ. And I think that's a big thing in crypto as well, that kind of honesty vibe. You get a vibe from somebody when you see them talking, when you kind of see them communicating with the users as well. You get a vibe from somebody, and CZ definitely has that vibe about them. Very honest, very open, very authentic and genuine. And when you get that kind of vibe, I think that's half the battle, to be honest. I don't get a lot of that kind of vibe from a lot of kind of projects out there, but I definitely get that vibe from ZZ, and I just like what they're doing as well. So I totally agree with you, Reginald. And I want to take a position in Binance very soon. I've just not got the cash just now, especially in the down markets just now, but I definitely want to take a position. Davey Stew is in the house, another one of our brilliant admins. Welcome to you. We're just running out of time just now, so we'll just look very quickly. I traded out of Tron and bought a bag of Babb. Was that a bad idea? Definitely not. Think about it. Tron at the moment is about 5 billion market capitalization. Babb at the moment is about 35 million market capitalization. What one do you think is going to 10x first? Do you think Tron's going to go at 50 billion market capitalization, or do you think Tron, obviously looking at the underlying technology as well and what they're doing, or do you think Tron are going to go to 350 million market capitalization? So I think you've done a good choice. For the long term, I do believe in Tron. I do believe in it, but could it 10x from here quicker than Babb could 10x? I don't think so. Can you share your thoughts on Bancor, Binance Fund you may be planning? You briefly mentioned it on Wednesday. Yeah, so what I'm thinking about doing, so there's not a new company, it's been out for a while. There's a new kind of project out called Token Box, and I've recommended this as one of the my picks. It's gone down slightly since I kind of recommended it, as have all the other coins as well in the market. Token Box, but what allows you to do is set up your own fund, and people can buy that fund. So you tokenize that fund. So it might be the CYT-Crypto fund. And what I'm thinking about doing is just having Bancor. Anybody can do this, not just me. You don't have to buy my fund. It could be you doing it yourself, and you could get other people to buy it. But just having, any time a Bancor coin is listed, wait for a couple of days, then buy into that coin, maybe put $1,000 into it and just hold it. But tokenize the whole fund as a whole, instead of buying one project kind of at a time and seeing which projects could do well. Because you'll notice on Bancor, some go up by 100%, then you're down by 50%, and a lot of them do that. So I thought it'd be good to set up a Bancor fund using the Token Box platform. So it's not released yet. It's going to come out next month in July, Token Box, whereby you're going to be able to do that. So for example, I could set up a fund just for Bancor coins. You could then buy that fund from me. Not from me, but I could tokenize that fund and say, okay, there's only going to be 1 million coins of that. I don't quite know how it's going to work. And you can buy that, say, for $1. And if the value of that fund goes up, then the value of that token goes up as well. So the value of the CYT-Crypto token. It's just a thought at the moment, but that's how I'm thinking it out. To give more value as well, that's what I'm thinking. And then when anybody buys a program, then I can give them that token as well, the CYT-Crypto token, so they can either sell it on a Token Box, or they can just keep a hold of it and wait on the value going up. That's my thinking just now, but there's lots of kind of different things I've been thinking about. Good morning, Steve. The champagne is still on ice for a party. Matt the Carpenter, yes, still on ice. We're waiting on kind of Babb getting up to 5 cents, and we'll be having a party at the castle. I've been saying that for ages, but it just looks more and more likely that it is going to happen as well. King Ebo Crypto, not sure if it's just me, CYT folks, but I simply don't have enough fiat to buy all the project. I know. That's exactly what it's like for me. If I had, I don't know, $100,000 or something, or $1 million or something, there'd be so many projects I could spend that easily on. Definitely Neo, definitely Binance, definitely Ethereum, definitely Litecoin. I'd buy the big ones, and then I'd kind of go big time into the kind of smaller ones I like as well, especially Babb, for example. I'll just keep going down here. Skidmore and a common name and around Weston. LOL is a screen name. I'll drop a link to TG Group. Big Bird is Satoshi. Crypto Rebel. Sorry, I sent it before I finished. Our greetings, Merv. Bet was Justin Sun. Just having a kind of bit of banter here. Vin, hi Steve. What do you think about Ontology long-term hold? Mainnet is coming up. Ontology looks brilliant for a long-term hold. Again, it's not one I'm into, but I think it looks a brilliant project for the long term. Ada CEO, Elmo is Carlos. Great job listening every day. Thank you very much, Brad Barney. JC Standard, order book on BTC is looking really bullish. Excellent. Crush the likes, people. Alex Jug. Yes, crush the likes. I'm just about to finish just now. So if you like these videos, remember, hit the likes because it helps the kind of channel overall. So if you've not hit crush the likes already, crush the likes just now, subscribe if you not have subscribed already, and hit the notification bell. If you want to join us in a free group, you can down below, Telegram and Facebook. Telegram is much more active, I have to be honest. But I've been using Facebook for years. That's how I built up my business. That's why I set up a Facebook one. But the Telegram group is much more active. And you can join a premium group as well if you want to. The links are down below that as well, and get 4 calls per month. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for now. Hope you have a brilliant weekend. I hope the markets start to climb. We'll just have one last look at the markets before we go. 6587, it's kind of staying stable. Just now is Bitcoin. And we'll look at the hourly, just because that looks looks a better chart on the hourly. 6587. So hopefully the markets are going to go up and stay up above 6,600. Then we're on our way up to 7,200 hopefully. And look at that, or 6,800 might be kind of resistance and support. So we'll see what happens over the weekend. Traditionally it goes down over the weekend, but hopefully this weekend it's going to go up a wee bit. So have a brilliant day. Have a brilliant weekend as well. Until next time, namaste. Bye now.